I have always felt heard here. I've always felt like administration and from the top down have listened to each other with care, with how we're doing things, with communication, getting out in the community, doing teaching in the community. I'm so proud of that.
I encountered the program the first time when I was in the hospital for a heart-related issue. I was struck by the thoroughness of the whole thing right from the beginning. I've seen numerous doctors over the years for different reasons, and when I came here, I couldn't believe how documented my entire medical history became. Nobody had ever done that before.
Hospice makes a big difference for patients and families because they would otherwise just be out there on their own. They would be having to deal with insurance companies and doctors' offices who don't fully understand or appreciate the end-of-life process.
Part of our job is to understand what's medical and what's not. The emotional context, the spiritual context, just the existential suffering is substantial.
Hospice means that the value of each human being is whole and complete. Whatever you're going through matters to us.
You have to have support in life, and it's okay to ask for it. I lost my sister and her husband to the flu. My heart hurt, and I really didn't know what to do with that. I attended the Lafayette Grief Support Group that meets monthly. Somehow that's easier. It didn't feel like I was burdening those people with my loss the way I would if I was talking to my loved ones. I can't encourage people enough to use hospice services earlier rather than later. Getting the word out that you have more control than you think you do.
It is a natural unfolding process where healing is possible.
Oftentimes when families come in to hospice, they're so busy caretaking and their primary concern is their loved one that they're not really thinking about what they need. And I think that's when grief services becomes a critical offering and a really valuable support.
I attended the butterfly release in June. Attending the butterfly release was meaningful to me because I'm outdoors a lot and my grandpa was outdoors a lot. He was a very fun person, very energetic, and every time I see a butterfly, it reminds me of him.
It makes a world of difference for a patient and family to have hospice. So often during that bereavement call, the families will say these exact words, "We couldn't have done it without you." That support that we provide is just invaluable.
My mother had a stroke and her health was deteriorating. She was a very, very, very spiritual, powerful woman. In the last 6 months of her life, she needed total care. The people that came were unbelievably compassionate, warm, very, very spiritual. Carolyn and I both felt that, and our whole family did feel that. True community is a miracle to us.
I feel like it's so important for us to kind of look outside of ourselves every day and to see we have such a small part of the world and there's so much more out there. There's a hospice in Vimboli that is our sister hospice, and we've partnered with them to assist them in all kinds of aspects of the services they provide.
We do what's appropriate for people, not what a limited Medicare system tells us we can do. I appreciate the heart of this organization.
It's a strong program. It's a very supportive program, and it's a new angle on an old system of healthcare, and I think it deserves a try.